So now that we've sorted our calories out, let's talk about the most important macronutrient, which is protein. Protein is really important because it's ultimately the building blocks of our whole existence, essentially. We're made up of amino acids, and if you combine enough amino acids together, they essentially make a protein. So everything within our body, more or less, is made up of proteins or branched chain amino acids. Now, I'm not going to go into details as to kind of how they're formed and all this sort of stuff because it doesn't really matter. Just keep in mind that your protein is really, really important, closely followed by fat. So how do you figure out your perfect protein intake? Easiest number to start with is to get your weight and either multiply it by 2 if it's in kilograms, or take it as 1 to 1 if it's in pounds. So if you weigh 170 pounds, your intake should be around about 170 grams, give or take. That's a great starting point. Obviously, if you in kilos, if you weigh 80 kilos, that's going to be about 160 grams of protein. So that's another great starting point for you. There is quite a range when it comes to your protein intake, but personally, I like to aim a little bit higher and I like to overshoot it rather than go under, especially when I'm working with clients. Because if you go too low, and those clients are already struggling to hit their protein goal, it makes it a little bit more difficult for them to reach that higher end goal. Whereas if you set the protein intake a little bit higher, and then you're not quite there every single day, well, you're still within a nice margin there. So roughly 0.8 gram per pound of body weight up to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight is a good range. I tend to aim for 1 gram per pound of body weight. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been helpful. If you need any advice or help with your nutrition or your diet, either get in touch with me, or I offer meal plans, macro plans, all the likes down in the description below. So go and check that out and I'll be happy to help you.